So how did you get to where you are?
And I always knew I liked the marine environment, but I was very intimidated by science because I thought that you had to be really smart and, you know, good grades and everything like that way back in high school, and I didn't have those things.
It never really occurred to me until I was much older that I could actually make a living doing the things that I liked the most. Eventually it was a friend of mine that sort of talked me into getting into the science programs, and eventually I decided to go to college.
Then I went off to New Jersey, went to Princeton for 4 years. Took a year off, went to Japan. Took another year off, worked at the volcano at Kilauea for a year. And then I went to graduate school in Boston at MIT for 5 years.
In school, I enjoyed biology, and when I went to the University of Hawaii, I got a degree in zoology.
I'm really interested in marine biology, and I love it, and I want to make a difference. And I like science. I've always liked asking questions and stuff. So I tried calculus and chemistry and physics and all those things. And while I struggled really hard my last 2 years in community college to get all the basic courses done and catch myself up, I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed it and I did well, and then I was able to transfer to UC Santa Cruz, where they have a Bachelor's of Science in Marine Biology. And I did my last 2 years of undergraduate work at UC Santa Cruz.
So it wasn't until I went to college that I discovered geology. And even though I went to college for a different reason, as soon as I took my first geology course, I was hooked.
I went to school at University Laboratory School. And now I'm a graduate student at University of Hawaii, and I work at Hawaii Institute of Marine Biology. My department is part of CTAR, College of Tropical Agriculture and Human Resources. And I do various things related to aquaculture, fish physiology, endocrinology, and aquaculture.
I go to Castle High School. I'm a senior this year. And every Sunday I come to Coconut Island and I volunteer with people from the Smithsonian Institute. And what I do is I care for their fish. So I feed the fish and I clean the tanks and change filters so that they can do the experiment and they don't have to worry about that small stuff.
Aloha kako, o ahia dai ko inoa ano kailua maiau. I am a student here at UH Hilo. I'm studying Hawaiian Studies and Astronomy. I entered college thinking that I was only going to be able to do one, and I chose to pursue science. And as I continued on in school, I realized that there was a part of me that wanted to also include Hawaiian Studies. And so I came to University of Hawaii in Hilo and enrolled in Kahakaʻula o Ke'elikolani Kalamai.
I finished up my master's degree and tried to find work. I had a very difficult time finding work. So I always knew in the back of my mind if I wanted to go to school again, I would go for ultrasound or echocardiography. And finally I did, and most of the programs are run at the community college level, 2-year program, AA degree if you want. And so I took the classes, and I didn't do the full 2 years since I had so many other classes under my belt. I did a 1-year program and entered the field.